Turning work holding device. Content covered. 1. Introduction. 2. Faceplate. 3. The different types of faceplates. 4. Accessories used with faceplate. 5. Constructional features of a 4-jaw chuck. 6. The parts of a 4-jaw chuck. Introduction. In the lathe machine, it is necessary to hold the workpiece while cutting operation. The means of work holding devices or tools on a lathe machine are called lathe machine accessories, which are used to hold the workpiece for performing the various operations in a lathe machine. Proper work holding improves production speed, part tolerance, and finish. Let's know work holding devices in lathe machine. The commonly work holding devices are faceplate, 4-jaw chuck, and 3-jaw chuck. Faceplate. A lathe faceplate is a basic work holding accessory for a wood or metal turning lathe. It is a circular metal, usually made of cast iron plate, that fixes to the end of the lathe spindle. The workpiece is then clamped to the faceplate. Large, flat, irregular shaped workpiece, castings, jigs, and fixtures may be firmly clamped to a faceplate for various turning operations. The different types of faceplates. 1. Faceplates with only elongated radial slots. 2. Faceplates with elongated slots, T-slots. 3. Faceplates with elongated radial slots and additional parallel slots. Accessories used with faceplate. Faceplates are used along with the following accessories. 1. Clamps, T-bolts, angle plate, parallels, counterweight, stepped block, V-block, etc. 2. Work can be mounted on a faceplate while the faceplate is on the lathe spindle or the workbench. 3. The position of the bolts and clamps is critical if a workpiece is to be clamped effectively. 4. If a number of identical pieces are to be machined, the faceplate can be set up as a fixture using parallel strips and stop blocks. 5. If the workpiece is heavy or awkward to hold, the workpiece is mounted while the faceplate is on the workbench. 6. Before mounting the faceplate, set up to the spindle, locating the workpiece on the faceplate and center of the workpiece is advantageous. 7. Center a punch mark or hole approximately on the faceplate. This makes it easier to true the work after the faceplate is mounted onto the spindle. Constructional features of a 4-jaw chuck. The 4-jaw chuck is also called an independent chuck since each jaw can be adjusted independently. This type of chuck is much more heavily constructed than the self-centering or 3-jaw chuck and has much greater holding power. Each jaw works independently of the others in its slot in the chuck body and is actuated by its own separate square-threaded screw. The jaws are reversible for holding large diameter jobs. By suitable adjustment of the jaws, a workpiece can be set to run either true or eccentric as required, and it can be trued with the help of a dial test indicator. The check on the workpiece should be carried out near the chuck and far from it, as it ensures that the work is not held in the chuck at an angle to the axis of rotation. The independent adjustment also allows deliberately setting the work off-center to produce an eccentric workpiece. The parts of a 4-jaw chuck. The parts of a 4-jaw chuck are backplate, body, jaws, square-threaded screw shaft. Backplate. The backplate is fastened to the back of the body using Allen screws. It is made out of cast iron steel. Its bore is tapered to suit the taper of the spindle nose. It has a keyway that fits into the spindle's nose key. There is a step in front and on which the thread is cut. A threaded collar mounted on the spindle locks the chuck using the thread and locates through the taper and key. Some chucks do not have backplates. Body. The body is cast iron or steel and the face is flame hardened. It has 4 openings at 90 degrees apart to assemble the jaws and operate them. 4 screw shafts are fixed on the body's periphery using finger pins. The screw is rotated utilizing a chuck key. The body, hollow in the cross section, has equi-spaced circular rings provided on the face, marked by numerical numbers. For example, number 1 starts in the middle and increases towards the periphery. Jaws. Jaws are made out of high carbon steel, hardened and tempered, sliding on the body's openings. These jaws are reversible for holding hollow work. The backside of the jaws is square threaded, which helps in fixing the jaw with the operating screws. Screw shaft. The screw shaft is high carbon steel, hardened, tempered and ground. The top portion of the screw shaft is provided with a square slot to accommodate the chuck key. On the body portion, a left-hand square thread is cut. Then, in the middle of the screw shaft, a narrow step is made and held using finger pins. The finger pins permit the screws to rotate but not advance.